for everyone that's tuning in, you probably know me. I'm Angie with Living Inspired Within. And if you don't know Robin, meet Robin. She is the mobile home queen. She and I have become very dear friends and investing partners and are working. I'm learning a ton about mobile homes from her, and she's helping me break through some limiting beliefs around mobile homes. So I wanted to bring her in the group so she can help you break through some limiting beliefs for mobile homes. So that being said, welcome, Robin. Thank you for joining us.
Of course. Thank you. I'm so glad to be here.
Of course. So first and foremost, I know we were speaking earlier today about mobile homes and really the return on investment and the pricing and all that good stuff. And I know one of the things you said I wanted to pull out of our conversation and share here was you said, I don't think people can really, they don't believe they can get mobile homes for the prices I discuss. And if you could just talk about that a little bit for us, because you do, and I've seen it, I've witnessed it, and it blows my mind. I mean, we're talking very little money. So can you share a little bit about that with us?
Yeah, I think a lot of people enter the mobile home space from single family, right? Like they may start there, that's their familiarity. And then they come into mobile home investing, and then I tell them that they can be all in for 10,000, and they don't believe it. They think I'm crazy, and I am a little crazy, but that's not the point. They can absolutely purchase, rehab a mobile home for 10,000 or less and be successful in it. And they can rent it out, have residual income, flip and fix it, do owner financing it, and it's attainable. So yeah, I think it's just unfathomable, right? Like somebody's like, what do you mean I can have a rental property for $10,000? Yeah. And I think you kind of went through the same thing. You're like, I just remember our first couple conversations. You're like, I'm just mind blowing.
I still don't get it. I mean, we even talking today, you know, I had to run out to Publix and back, right? So I'm juggling mom life and entrepreneur life. But as I was driving, I was thinking about it. So I have a flip going on right now. And then we have some mobile home projects that we're working on within various parks. And when I look at the monetary investment of both, I mean, I don't remember the number of mobile homes off the top of my head, but I know it's like 3 different park projects, right? That all in is less than one flip of a single family.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting to me. And it is, as far as rentals, the same concepts work for mobile homes, right? So they're still rent to own or lease options, right? We call them lease options a lot in single family world, but rent to own, you can still wholesale, you can flip them. I mean, you do amazing things and work with park owners. So I think just really, you know, I would ask anyone that is gun shy, and I was told, right, don't invest in mobile homes, it's not a good investment, or they have to be on owned land. And that's one of the limiting beliefs you shattered for me, because you're like, no, they don't. And I didn't understand that. And it was ignorance that created that fear. So, and that's one of the things we talk about all the time, is stepping through fear. So are there any numbers you can share as far as projects or anything you've worked on that you want to kind of help bring this to reality?
Okay, so did you ask me for numbers? Sorry, I got a phone call right in the middle of this.
It's okay, always happens. So yeah, any numbers, either whether it's a mobile home park project you're working on, or even an individual mobile home, either a flip or RTO, anything that you can share?
Sure. So, I mean, an individual mobile home, as I said, we're generally all in 10,000 or less. A really great example is a fire damaged home that we have in Canton, Ohio. I mean, we attempted to wholesale it. Nobody wanted it. Everybody was afraid of it. And let's see, I'm I I have to pull up my spreadsheet, but I want to say all in were like $9,000 on that one, just off the top of my head. And that one's going up for sale this week for $27,000.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the ROIs are, I mean, I remember being in single family, and I've done everything from small things to really, really big things. I've done houses that take, 2, 3, 4 years to finish. And then if you can walk away with, a 15 or an 18% ROI, you're like, score. That was a home run.
Mhm.
And then with mobile homes, we're sitting here like, man, I only got 250 ROI on that one. Yeah, night and day, completely, completely different.
Yeah. So if you're thinking of, and I know we have all different experience levels in this group as far as real estate investing. Some people are dabbling, some people are interested, some people are very experienced. But if you're looking for a venue and either, maybe you don't have a ton of experience, or maybe you don't have a lot of capital, or you don't have the credit to get financing, or you just don't feel comfortable working with private lenders, whatever the case is, mobile homes, I think, are a really great starting point. And it's, I don't want to say they're less risk, or maybe, I mean, correct me if you're wrong and you feel like they are, but I feel like you have a lot less capital laid out. The renovation times are much faster, right? You're not going and buying really high-end cabinets and flooring, right? Sometimes you're piecemealing things together and you're going to restore for the appliances, and you're getting, remnants of flooring that you're putting in. And sometimes, yes, your mobile home renovations are going to be really nice depending on the area. And sometimes you're just creating affordable housing for a family or someone to live in. And, for me, I love that part of it, right? Because we clearly have an affordable housing crisis across this country. So if that's something you could do, you can make money and have a good cash on cash return and ROI, and, oh, by the way, provide affordable housing. It's a win-win-win all day long.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you said, I mean, I think a mobile home is a great starting point simply because it's a tin box. I mean, at the end of the day, they're 800, 900 square feet and they're a tin box. Like, if you're not gonna open up a wall and then uncover, a big old pipe in the middle of it. And I'm sure if you rehabbed, like, you plan on, oh, I'm gonna knock down this wall and I'm gonna move this kitchen. I'm gonna have this open concept, and then there's, a big old copper pipe or a metal pipe right in the way, and then, oh, that's an extra 30 grand. I mean, you're just not gonna get that in mobile homes. I mean, like I have a mobile home right now, and it the only thing that has caused us extra is like, oh, extra permitting costs. And then he went and did the roofing today, and he's like, hey, just so you know, that roofing didn't make the move. So I'm going to have to spend another $370. And it's like, okay, well, it's $370. It's not 30,000.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a lot less scary than, than jumping into a single family rehab.
Yeah.
Definitely, for sure. I still say, you need to have some type of education. Don't just go into a rehab, mobile home, or regardless without knowing something. I've heard horror stories of handymen, contractors telling people, oh, this is going to cost $25,000 to rehab. And it absolutely does not. um, but you have to know what you're talking about, otherwise they see right through
Yeah.
you. So I definitely recommend, get some type of education before diving in, but don't be afraid. Don't be
Yeah,
afraid.
absolutely. I agree. And so I want to touch on two things. One is the renovation costs. I know you and I got a renovation estimate today, and we're like, oh, we don't like this. And what's awesome, guys, the rehab cost was $8,500, $8,500. And I'm like, this seems really high, right? I'm like, I think we can get this for less. And so we're reaching out to handymen, and we're reaching out to other people because it affects the purchase price of the mobile home. And this is something we're working on within a park and building that relationship, right? And then hopefully getting more opportunities. But $8,500, we're like, oh, I don't think so, right? And that didn't include flooring and appliances and something for the roof. And we're like, yeah, we don't think so. Like, who do you think we are, right? So
Right.
that's really awesome, and that's very, very different than single family. And then can you mention your, I know you have a Facebook group, and we're going to put this on YouTube as well. So if you want to mention your Facebook group and YouTube channel, and then also I believe you have a training or some type of education around mobile homes coming up as well.
I do. So I have a private Facebook group for women. It's called the Mobile Home Queens. And also that's the YouTube channel as well. I've got a lot of really great content on there, even though we're new. It's on there. And then so on either Instagram or Facebook, YouTube, I have on all of I have a 3-day event coming up September 10th, 11th, and 12th. It's absolutely free. We're diving deep into mobile home wholesaling, investing, fix and flipping. I mean, you're going to come out on Sunday an expert on mobile homes, definitely. I'm not holding anything back. It's just new curriculum that I'm testing out. And so I thought if I'm testing it out, I might as well offer it for free. And really, it's just a way for me to serve. I got into mobile homes to serve other people. And this is a way for me to give back to, other people. And not making a lot of people happy, the fact that I'm doing a 3-day event for free. But you know what? We break glass ceilings here, so why
Yes,
not?
absolutely.
Keep on going.
Well, and that's,
But yeah, absolutely. I think anybody who's dabbling or thinking about dabbling into mobile homes to, jump on that course and just see if it's for you. I always tell people, if you're afraid, and a lot of people, the only thing that stops them from taking massive action is fear. But with mobile homes, say you have 10,000 and you want to invest into a mobile home for $10,000. What would your life be like if you lost that 10,000? Does it make it uncomfortable, or are you not feeding your family? If it makes your life uncomfortable, dive in and just go, okay, I might lose this 10 grand. I mean, realistically, if you do it the right way and the way that we teach you, you won't. But just plan for it, and then everything else is success.
yeah.
Because if you don't take one step, if you don't make one difference from today than yesterday, then your life is just going to be exactly the same. And I mean, I know that you and your group, you talk about that all the time. And so that's why I love being a part of it.
And you have to get outside of your comfort zone. And if that $10,000 number scares you, that's okay. Recently we talked about partnering with people. You're in a group, you're in a safe place between this group. And I know Robin's group is amazing. Start networking in the groups and start building relationships, and find other women or other people that you can partner with, that you forge relationships with, that you become comfortable with. So maybe there's someone out there that has the funds but doesn't have the time, and vice versa, right? Or maybe you just find someone you click with and you're like, oh my gosh, this would be so fun if we do it together, right? Then find that person
Right.
and partner. You don't have to go it alone. I'll tell you, we talked about this recently. I've done a lot of things on my own in my real estate investing career for the past 4 years. I'm done going it alone. It is not nearly as much fun. And the support, the camaraderie, the love, the things that you can do when you're partnering with people, it's night and day. So if you don't want to do it yourself, don't. If you don't have the funds,
Right.
or you don't have the time, then don't go it alone. Find someone else that you connect with and that has the same mission and core values as you, and do it together.